Hey there. Happy Monday. Hope everyone is doing well. Today we're streaming. I was hoping to start streaming on LinkedIn, but they usually want your LinkedIn lives to be a lot longer. So we're going to pass on that. So we're going to stick to the platforms we already had. A couple of announcements. First things first. So this Wednesday, I will be on the National Urban League's platform, the Urban League Jobs Network, for their digital career success series, where I will be talking about mindfulness and productivity. Mindfulness and productivity. I'm really looking forward to that conversation as this is Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you want that link to register so you can attend, you can either drop a comment if you're on Instagram and this is going to disappear, so you may not catch the replay. Please go ahead and send me a DM and I will send you the link, but I would love to see you guys there. And also, the other thing I wanted to share is that if you have not watched my TEDx, I would love for you to take a moment this week and check out my TEDx, rockcareer.com/TEDx, especially since it's Mental Health Awareness Month. I wanted to make sure that people have a chance to see it as I talk about burnout and our opportunity as individuals to combat the burnout that we experience. We can't control the others that are around us, but what we can control is our own actions, our own responses, and our own baggage that we may be carrying from job to job, place to place, company to company. So if you have not yet seen my TEDx, I'd love for you to check it out. It's rockcareer.com/TEDx. While you're there, leave a comment and also share with a friend. Sharing is caring. So appreciate you guys being here tonight. I want to talk to you about changing your circle. Changing your circle. Part of the conversation that we usually have is around networking and expanding our reach and expanding our connections and all of those things. But we don't usually talk about actually changing changing the flavor of your circle, or changing who's around you as you're trying to make different career moves. And sometimes that can have a negative connotation, because the idea is that, oh, well, you're trying to leave other people behind, or it's none of that. When it comes to your career, you have to be very intentional about the moves that you're making if there's specific goals that you're trying to attain. If you have goals, if you're focused, if there's a certain view of success that you have to be very strategic and intentional and focused in your movements. And that also includes who you bring into your circle. I think about, for me to get to where I am today, being a full-time entrepreneur, doing the work that God has called me to do, I didn't get here by accident. Some of it came by changing who I was around. Oh, I hope this thing keeps freezing. StreamYard be killing me, y'all. So hopefully this does not freeze for a very long period of time. But as I was transitioning in my business, I had to change the circle that I was around. And over that process as I was serving more athletes, I spent more time around those who were focused on helping athletes transition, those who are working in the space of career transitions overall, those who are in leadership positions. I started to change that circle. And as a result of me changing that circle and meeting new people who were more aligned with the work that I was going into, I had the opportunity to meet my amazing coach that I have right now, Mr. Daryl Stinson. And had I not met Daryl, I would not have been able to do my TEDx. I would not have been in a place where I was mentally freeing myself of what I was dealing with in corporate. I would not have left my job. I would not be able to help the clients I'm able to help today. Like, there's so much that comes from changing your circle and putting different people around you. So I'm asking you, when you think about your career goals right now, what you're striving towards, who's in that circle with you? Are these people who are encouraging you on the path that you're on? Or are they standing in the way saying this is something that you can't do? Are these people who can actually try to open doors for you? And even if they aren't fully connected, are they willing to help share your product, buy your service, help you with your resume, help promote whatever you have going on? Are these people that are willing to support you in a meaningful way and not just say it? Are you talking to people who are talking about the thing that you want to work on? Right. So for in the space of what I do on the corporate side, employee engagement and retention, leadership development, I've shifted my circle to have a lot more coaches who are doing that work, a lot more speakers, a lot more trainers, simply because there's so much to be learned and gleaned from people who are doing the work that you're doing and have also achieved a certain level of success. I don't think you need to always talk to the top of the top people. I don't think that those are the only people you need to have in your circle. I don't believe that. I believe that you can build with other people, but it should be people who are in a progressive state, people who are moving forward in their work, and you guys can learn from one another, share ideas, share insights, being able to bounce things off of one another. So again, I ask you, who is in your circle? And the other thing is that is there someone in your circle? Are there people in your circle who, when you get in your own head, they're willing to push you past that obstacle? Are they willing to help you get out of that funk? Are they willing to help you see a different perspective? Are they willing to help you think through things differently, look at it from a different angle so that you don't wallow in your own stuff? I'll tell you that I am personally an overthinker. I will sit there and I will stew over something and I won't get something else done because I'm sitting and I'm stewing in something. And I'll tell you, I'll get it real personal. I've been in situations where I was dating someone, and because things were going south, I'm there stewing in that, knowing I have other things to do from a business and work perspective. But you have to have the right people in your circle who are willing to help you push past mental boundaries, push past your own patterns, push past your own stuff. But do you have the kind of people in your circle who are willing to help you push past that? Or do you have people that are just an echo chamber? People who are willing to sit there and wallow with you, people who are not willing to challenge you, who are not willing to give you another side to look at. If you're sitting with an echo chamber, if you're sitting with people who are not helping you to get better, who are not pushing you to your limits, it's harder for you to achieve your goals because you're going to get content right where you are. You're not going to see a need to really keep striving towards what it is that you're going after and getting to that success goal that you see in the future. It becomes a lot harder and you're a lot less motivated to get there. So again, I ask you, who is in your circle? Who is pushing you? Who do you have and again, there's nothing wrong. And this is not me saying, I don't want you to abandon all your friends. That's not it. Right? It's like, I'm abandoning all my friends. No, that's not what I'm saying. You can have friends from all walks of life. But if in your circle, if the people that you're running with on a regular basis are not people who in some way are helping you move forward, the question is, are you now staying stuck not only because of yourself, but also the environment that you're around? I always say, and you may have heard this saying as well, if I'm the smartest person in a certain room, I don't need to be in that room. I'm in the wrong room. I need to be in a place where I'm learning, gleaning information, being able to get better and to sharpen my own tools. And so if you are in spaces where you're always the person that's doing the best, you always have the answer, that people are always coming to you, that means that you may be a big fish in a small pond. And that is what can feed complacency. That may be what deters you from moving into the career transition or the life transition that you should be in order to achieve the goals that you have for yourself and for your future. And so with that, I want to encourage you to take a pause, just take a minute and look and reflect on your circle. And there's nothing wrong with spending less time with certain folks and then finding people and finding your new tribe. There's nothing wrong with that. When it comes to your life, you're the person who gets to make the decisions. And not saying you have to hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that, but you get to make the decisions about who has access to you, who you spend the majority of your time with. You make those decisions. You have the right to make that call. And so with that, I want to encourage you to change your circle. If you realize that you are not around the people that are doing the work that you want to do, or that are in the energy that you want to be in, that are on the frequency that you want to be on, if your circle is not filled with those people, that means it's time to change your circle. And with that, I will leave you guys with that. If you have any questions, comments, I would love to hear your feedback. Send me a DM, drop me a comment, send me an email at hello@rockcareer.com. I appreciate you guys watching. I can't believe it's been 13 straight days of me doing lives, but I have enjoyed every minute of it. We've got another 12 days to go, so I hope that you will hang in there. And so thank you again for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.